This video is an introduction into editing. We won't be opening any editing platforms in this video, but the concepts here will help you in both Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro. I will be talking about the organization needed in getting ready to set up a project so that when you do opening an editing platform, this part will already be taken care of. First, I'm going to make a folder for the name of the film or video project. For our demonstration, I'll call it Film Title. Inside your film folder, create 3 folders: Footage, Audio, and Project. Based on the folder titles, it's pretty self-explanatory of where the different files will go. Every part from here on will be a bit different based on how big the project is, but let's say this was a 2-camera shoot over multiple days. So inside the footage and audio folders, I'll make a folder called Day 1 or a date, depending on how scripts or call sheets are broken down. Basically, whatever's easiest and makes sense to you. I like to do both. Inside that, create folders for each camera, an A and a B for 2-camera shoots, or if you're using different cameras, you can name it the actual camera, say a Panasonic AF100 and a DJI Phantom 3 drone. Then in each camera folder, make a folder for each card. I'll explain better on how cards should be labeled in another video. Repeat this process for the audio folder. And then before I put any footage in, I like to copy all the folders for the other days. A thing I like to remember when setting up a project is what an old teacher told me. Your files should be so organized that you can just hand the hard drive over to somebody else and they can pick up editing where you left off. That concept is incredibly important when laying out your file management. Okay, now we're going to open up our memory card. For Mac users, this is a bit of a trick on how to get to your footage. Go into the private folder, right-click on AV CHD, Show Contents Package. You go to BDMV and do the same. Then your footage will be in Stream. This is where all your footage is stored under this camera's file management. Now we're going to bring the footage over into the files we made. If your camera crew slated properly on set, or if you did the camera work yourself, the proper way to do it is have the slate in front of the camera when you start recording, so the first frame you see has all the information like camera, card number, scene, and take. That way you know where it belongs. So we'll go into our folders, go over to the first day, first camera, first card. We're going to grab our footage and bring it over into that folder. And then normally you would eject this memory card and then put in your other memory card, say second one of the day or for the other camera. And then you'll bring that footage over as well. For our example, I shot it all on the same camera, so it's all going to be coming off of the same memory card. The last kind of time-consuming thing that we're going to do in order to set up for our project is label all of our media. So what you're going to do is click on it to change the name of the footage, and then the way I personally like to do it is write scene and then take. So I go scene 1 alpha dash take 1. And I can see that right off the thumbnail of the first frame. And then we go again, scene 1 alpha take 2. Just continue labeling your footage. Now the trick to this is labeling it exactly the same as scene and then your like 1A without a space or with a space. Keep it consistent, that way your computer will then organize it, and then when you bring it into your editing software, you'll have all of scene 1 together with the different camera angles, and then scene 2, scene 3, and so on. That way there is an organization that the computer will take care of for you. As you can see there, I mislabeled the take 3 with a scene 1 space A. Therefore, the computer wouldn't recognize it, get rid of the space, and then it knows to put it in the proper order. And then we're just going to continue on and label all the footage. Go with all the scenes, then you're going to go on to scene 1 Bravo, which would just be the same as scene 1, just a different camera angle. So that's going to be it for this video. Just a little taste in getting ready to start editing. In the next videos, we're going to start looking into the actual editing softwares. So feel free to check those out, and please also consider subscribing. Thanks.